Bowling Green. 102.1 on your dial all day, every day. Eagle 102 KJFM Radio. Area high school football is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the field for high school football on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And welcome to Bowling Green High School. It's week 5 of high school football here on KJFM. Mark Frontick, Chris Grody here at Bowling Green. And this has always been a big one, Montgomery County, but they're down this year, so don't know what to expect. The 4-0 Bobcats against the 0-4 Wildcats. You just don't hear that very often out of Montgomery City.
No, you really don't. 0-4 for them, that's not a typical traditional football record for them. They're always very strong in their sports, and for them to come here 0-4, just hungry for something for sure tonight.
It's homecoming night here at Bowling Green. We'll tell you about that and a lot more when we start the pregame show for you next on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by W5 Auction Services, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Rita Insurance Agency, and Miller Ag Services.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Week 5 action. We're already at the midway point of this 2022 football season, and the Bowling Green Bobcats are undefeated at 4-0, taking on the 0-4 Montgomery County Wildcats tonight. Last season, Bowling Green won this game down at Montgomery 51-7, and they've won the last 2 and 3 of the last 4 in this series. And this is definitely an odd time where Bowling Green is so far ahead of the rest of the EMO and so far ahead of Montgomery County. This has been a pretty good rivalry over the years.
Yeah, back in the old days when your last 3 games were district games, I remember when I played football going to Montgomery County and even going hungry to play football, but it was like, oh, we got to go to Montgomery County because they've always been a very tough school and very challenging and very competitive.
And, with names like Mason Liu, Adam Janewski, and the 2 Luttrells, you would think that they would be better off and their offense would be a little more potent. But we saw it 2 weeks ago at Van Far where they were only able to put 12 points on the board and failed on that game-tying 2-point conversion. It's just there's something missing for Montgomery this season.
Well, they graduated several kids last year, several of their big athletes, not to take away from anything from the athletes this year, but they certainly graduated a couple of their big athletes last year, and sometimes that hurts, and maybe they're just in that rebuilding phase where these kids will I don't know how to say it, as juniors, maybe take one this year for a better year next year.
Exactly. And on the other side of the coin, Bowling Green, they're not missing anything right now. They're not restocking, they're reloading at this point, and we've seen it week in and week out here in this 2022 season. They are putting points on the board. In fact, in their 4 conference games, or their conference games so far, they're 2-0 in the conference, 4-0 overall.
Yep.
They've outscored their opponents by 120 points in those two games. So this is an offense that is definitely clicking.
Well, and we talked kind of where we said Montgomery County might, take one this year for that rebuild for next year. Like you said, Bowling Green is reloading because every week they've got underclassmen that come in and make plays when the upperclassmen are getting breaks. And Mark, you know that as well as I do. If you want to have a very deep end of season playoff team, the underclassmen have to contribute, and the upperclassmen here are stars without a doubt. But Dane Dunn comes in week 1 and had 3 runs for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's a sophomore. So to have that, we talked about it last week too. You got Marcus Starks, Blaine Bryant, Dylan Dalton in the backfield. That in itself is unfair. And then Dane Dunn can come in and run the ball. Easton Orff can come in and run the ball. And that's just the running side. We're not even talking about the passing abilities that they have.
The band is on the field. It's homecoming night. Put a little damper on it, did the weather. The parade was canceled, but listening to the forecast right before we went on, the rain has moved out of the area for the rest of the evening. So bring a towel, wipe off the seat, and enjoy some great Week 5 football tonight. It's the Bowling Green Bobcats and the Montgomery County Wildcats. We'll take a look at keys to the game after this on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Tamara Schurter of Ameriprise Financial, Clint Bowen Construction, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
The keys to the game for this one is the Bobcats take on the Wildcats, and actually we'll put a pin in that because they're getting ready for the national anthem here played by the Bowling Green Band. So we'll take a break, come back with those keys to the game after this.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Remax Realty Shop agent Kelly Crane, and Gift and Thrift.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri. Member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 6 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 2.79%. Stop in at any of their 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high interest rate CD, or check them out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, quoted APY based on 24-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate in Louisiana.
All right, now those keys to the game as Bowling Green takes on winless Montgomery County. I just think you can't sleep on this team.
No, I agree with you. I don't think you should. I mean, they're traditionally very strong in all of their sports, and if Bowling Green comes into this game thinking that this is a gimme, that could be very bad for this team. However, this is a very, very talented Bowling Green football team.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. So you just can't take your opponent lightly, can't take yourself too seriously. Go out and play Bowling Green football, and you should be fine. That's a very simple keys to the game as we're about 6 minutes away from kickoff here. We'll come back with your starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Prairie's Edge Garden Center, and Bill Allen Auction Services.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354. Or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your defensive starters for the Montgomery County Wildcats, they're 0-4, coached by John Kleekamp, and they'll start on the defensive line. Number 74, a junior, James Pollard. Also on the line, a senior, number 65, Gunnar Sexton. And number 54, Ben Rathjard. He's a junior. And rounding out the D-line is number 50, a senior, Harrison Bishop. The linebackers are number 37, a junior, Bryson Hoffman. A senior, number 16, Matt Clark at the linebacker position. And number 3, a junior, Jace Ellis. And in the on the corners are the defensive backs for Montgomery County. They've got number 11 at corner, a junior, Weston Marshall. At free safety, a senior, Dominic Luttrell. And one more cornerback or safety. Mason Liu, the junior, number 44, rounds out the starting 11 for Montgomery County. For the Bowling Green Bobcats, their offense shakes out like this. In the backfield, at quarterback is senior, number 6, Dylan Dalton. And at running back, a senior, number 1, Marcus Starks. The line, senior, number 74, Teddy Charlton, number 68, Jackson Charlton, and number 65, back from a week off, the senior Ryan Bowen, and also number 59, Devin Rue. Harrison Hunt out there as well. He's a junior, number 55. And the receivers, number 34 gets a start tonight. He's a sophomore, Aiden Grody. Number 24, senior Gunnar Bryant. Number 15, a senior Brandon Gam. And a junior, number 10, Blaine Bryant, rounds out the starting 11 for Bowling Green, who are coached by Joe Chin. Perfect 4-0 record, 2-0 in the conference. He's assisted by Mark Sinclair, Noah Pafford, Alex Nunn, Dan Grimes, and Phil Dunkel.
We talked a little bit about keys to the game just briefly. And probably it looks like for the coin toss, it looks like Montgomery County won and has deferred. So Bowling Green is going to receive the ball.
And I like what Montgomery does, the little sway there on the far side. That looks good on camera.
Yeah, build it up. But we talk about keys to the game, Mark, a little bit. Montgomery County is going to have to come out here and stop the onslaught that we have seen for 4 weeks, 3 weeks from Bowling Green of Marcus Starks and Blaine Bryant. And then when they do stop it, Dylan keeps the ball and gains tons of yards or can dump the ball to – we've seen him on 2-point conversions to his brother Drew. We've seen him make big passes to Brandon Gam. And then, of course, Gunnar Bryant at tight end 1 and then Aiden Grody at tight end 2 have made big plays for this team. So it's as a coach for a game of adjustments, playing the Bowling Green Bobcats would be a very difficult task.
It's rough. That's a rough task. Other action around the area tonight. Louisiana at home against South Callaway. Mark Twain at home against North Callaway. Van Far at home against Wright City. Pittsfield versus Moreau Forsyth. And Pleasant Hill at home against North Green. So a lot of home games around this Twin Pike region here as we get to week 5 of high school football. And like you said, Montgomery won the toss and deferred to the second half.
Well, we talk about kickoff, games getting ready to start. So we talked about this a couple weeks ago in the back triangle here for Bowling Green. We talked about this with some of the dads beforehand. It's Blaine Bryant, Marcus Starks, and Brandon Gam are the 3 deep. And like I said before, I don't think that it's very smart to kick the ball to those 3 kids.
No. Christian Naylor on to kick it off for Montgomery, as we are ready for football here from Bowling Green. Homecoming 2022, the 55th homecoming celebration here at Bowling Green High School.
55. Seems like there should be more than that.
Yeah. Well, how long has the football program been around?
My dad played football.
Yeah. And they're going to try an onside or a squibber, and Bowling Green falls on it at the 40-yard line, and that's where the Bobcats will take over. 1st and 10.
I think I'm telling Bowling Green that's probably going to happen all night long on kickoffs. If we see several kickoffs from Montgomery County.
Yeah, that may be the only one we see all night.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but it sure could be.
No, they scored a touchdown last year.
They did?
And actually were in it for a little while. A very little while, as we were in the stands at Montgomery.
We did that game last year.
Yes, we did.
First play of scrimmage was a touchdown pass to B. Gam.
We'll see what they do here on 1st and 10, and it's a quarterback keeper on the far side. Dalton gets about a gain of 7, maybe 8, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, so they've been running. They run a 2-deep halfback set, and Dylan turns one way or the other. This time he turns to his left. He fakes the ball to Marcus, which makes sense because everybody's giving him all the attention. He keeps it himself and gains, like you said, 7 yards here.
2nd and 3 for the Bobcats, just shy of the 50-yard line. This time it is a give up the guts and breaking through, and he is gone. All the way to the house.
53 yards.
53-yard touchdown for the Bobcats, and 2 plays and they're in the end zone.
Well, and that's what we talk about. Dylan fakes that first ball to Marcus, which brings the linebacker up. The second time, the linebackers have to respect Dylan because he gained 7 yards. So they back off, and they kind of track with him. There's contact with Sideshow at about the 2nd level. A linebacker touched him, and then he just outran everybody.
So Blaine Bryant for 53 yards. And Bowling Green up just 42 seconds into this ball game, and they'll go for two, bouncing off a man and
the 2-point conversion is good.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Marcus Starks takes it in for the conversion. 11:17 to go in the opening quarter. 8-0. Bobcats on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by W5 Auction Services, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Reed Insurance Agency, and Miller Ag Services.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Blaine Bryant for 53 yards. 11:17 to go in the opening quarter. 8-0 Bowling Green as they kick it deep.
Good kick. Oh, slip.
And
oh,
through
no,
the
free
legs.
ball. That is not a touchback. Oh.
Yeah, I think it went through completely through his legs.
Oh,
I
you don't think he touched it?
No.
I thought he touched it. Obviously, the white hat had a good view of it and called it a touchback almost immediately.
It looked like it bounced about 6-8 inches in front of him and bounced right through his legs. Nutmeg.
Yeah, he slipped right there at the kind of to set his feet to make a play, and of course he's got to readjust. And like you said, the ball bounced right through his legs. I thought he touched it, but obviously not.
So they'll take it at the 20-yard line, and Zernuski brings the offense onto the field with 11:15 to go in the first.
I got to get my other sheet out here.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They put a man in motion to the near side. It's a handoff and nothing doing as he's wrapped up behind the line and dropped for a loss.
Oh, and great sportsmanship. That was Brendan Luttrell.
Luttrell, yeah.
Luttrell or Luttrell?
I think it's Luttrell.
Okay. Call that a -2.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the motion kind of to bring that linebacker shift, but then they ran the ball right into the motion, and like you said, Jackson Charlton through the line, made contact right away for a big loss.
Bringing pressure again. They run it to the near side, and not much there across the 20, gain of about 4 on the run by number 10, Travis Hill.
Yeah, good run. Travis comes in motion to the near side of the field, and the quarterback is in shotgun and just kind of pitches it to him. Now, I count that as a run, but the NFL's counting that as a pass completion.
No.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Gain of 4. It's 3rd and 8, almost 9 for the Wildcats as they're looking to move the chains here, and they pass it to the near side, and it is caught on the near sideline.
Spot, it's short.
I think that was Weston Marshall. Nope.
Number 4.
4, rather. Landon Massey on the reception. It'll bring up 4th down. Oh, it is a first down.
Gave a first. Wow.
I thought he was out of bounds prior to the 30, but they give him the 30, exactly the 30-yard line.
Would you call that a 5-yard gain?
That would have to be more than that because it was about 3rd and 8.
Okay.
So they gave him exactly 8, and they move the chains. Zernuski takes it this time, and nothing there. He's tackled for a couple of yard loss. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, from his shotgun formation, he basically just tried to wildcat that ball on a power sweep or jet motion, and the Bobcat defense is there to swarm him pretty quickly.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. For the Wildcats, again, they put a man in motion.
Keeps it himself.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep, brought through the line. Charlton brings him down for another loss of 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 14.
Juicy J break through the line real quick, and Zernoski had nowhere to go, and Jackson wrapped him up from behind for, like you said, a loss of 2, so we're looking at 3rd and 14. They're going to have to do something about Jackson up there on the front line because that's twice he's broke through completely clean.
They're missing a monster that they had on the line last year. And the pass across the middle, that is a beautiful pass through. He threaded the needle and connected with Landon Massey for a first down. Yeah, that was a first down. Right to the 40, gain of 14. The Bowling Green fans don't like the spot.
No, it was Well, I hate whatever. To me, it was short. Walker Chandler made a great tackle before the 40, and the first down marker was just past the 40, at least what it looked like to me, and they gave him a first down. Good pass, though, on a slant route.
Yeah. So 2 conversions on third down and cut down for a loss of 2 on the sweep there by Brendan Luttrell. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Marcus Starks cut him down.
Yeah, so Luttrell comes out of that slot receiver position that he's in and just runs that sweep. The quarterback just tosses him the ball in the front. And then again, Bowling Green forces him to stretch the play longer than he wants to. And then Marcus Starks is so fast, he tackles him for a loss of 2.
So it's 2nd and 12, back to the 38-yard line. They put a man in motion again to the far side. And it's a run up the middle. He'll get the 2 yards back and maybe another. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
Who's the ball carrier there?
Number 8, Brendan
Luttrell again.
For the Wildcats.
Yeah, so good carry just out of that shotgun formation. Luttrell lines up right next to his quarterback, and Zernowski gives him the ball on a dive. And like you said, although it looks like they give him a little bit more than 2 yards, looks like they're giving him about 4. But
yeah, 3, yeah. Out to the 41-yard line of the Wildcats.
3rd and 9. We've seen a pass each third down so far.
See if they go back to that as they put a man in motion to the near side.
Sweep
It's a
right.
run this time, and he slips. Feet come out from under him at the 40-yard line. As Luttrell.
Are they going to give him forward? No, they're going to give him a loss of 1. He had some room to run here, too.
Yeah.
That was dangerous, and he just slipped down and fell. But coming to the near side of the field from his far side slot formation, both wide receivers on this end did a good job blocking. But Bowling Green's linebacker core typically makes those tackles, but here Luttrell just slipped and fell down. He did have room to run.
Yep.
I don't know what would have been a first down, but he'd have got some yards.
Looks like they're going for it here on 4th down from the 41-yard line, their own 41. Dangerous against Bowling Green. And pre-snap, flags come out. I think it was the receiver on the near side, Massey.
He pointed right at him. It's even harder when you're right next to him. You can't hide in the huddle real quick to make sure it wasn't you.
So that'll take it back to a 4th and 14, and we'll see if that changes up the play call.
After the penalty, it's 4th down and 14.
You would almost have to punt now, right?
I can't believe you'd go for it. I mean, I know you're down 8, and maybe Montgomery County says, you know what, we know what we're facing here. He's definitely in a punt depth currently.
Zernowski going to punt it himself.
Yeah, Bowling Green's not biting on it just in case.
They put a man in motion. There it is, almost blocked. And it is a good kick. It's going to take a Montgomery bounce all the way down to the 15-yard line, make it the 14, and that's where Bowling Green will start their 2nd possession. So not bad. Burned a lot of clock. We're at the midway point of the first quarter. That's what Van Fard tried to do to Bowling Green last week, was slow the game down or speed up the clock, you know.
Yeah.
Montgomery definitely achieved that.
Well, and here they're not afraid to throw the ball, and I've always said this. I think that's a weak point in the Bowling Green defense. If you can successfully throw the ball, that's an area that Bowling Green has to improve in, is their pass defense. And I mean, they've got 2 first downs tonight already, which is probably more than most games.
Yeah. On 1st down, the give is to Starks.
Miss,
toes,
gone.
Through, and he is gone. No flags. Marcus Starks
Don't touch
going
nobody.
all the way for the touchdown.
Good Lord.
Bowling Green in the end zone again, twice in 3 plays. Marcus Starks, 86 yards, 5:50 to go here in the first quarter, 14-0 Bowling Green. Wow.
Yeah, great play call. You know, it's that same dive that we see all the time. But Marcus and Blaine are both such powerful runners that Marcus had 2 guys touch him. One at the line of scrimmage he got through, one at the linebacker core, and then you can't catch him.
No.
I mean, he is gone after that point.
No, they've definitely got a tackling problem, at least here in the early going. And Bowling Green, I almost said it, look out for Marcus right before the snap.
Yeah. What's funny how he makes such big runs. He may not he may not get as many carries early in the game, but his runs are big enough that they make a massive difference.
And Bowling Green going to be forced to take a timeout here on the two-point conversion try. That's their first. 5:50 to go, 14-0, two-point conversion coming up next on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Tamara Schurter of Ameriprise Financial, Clint Bowen Construction, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
So a little miscommunication on the, or prior to the two-point attempt, and Bowling Green has to burn a timeout.
Yeah, that was a personnel issue. They didn't have the right personnel on the field for the play they wanted to run.
There was no way he was going to get to the line before.
He was running, though.
Yeah. That was either a delay of game or false start waiting to happen, and a flag comes out. They're in the end zone. We'll see what the flag is.
Face mask.
There's a Wildcat down on a knee momentarily. He's back up. That was number 16, Matt Clark.
That was Dylan Dalton on the run. Personal foul.
And it's against the Wildcats, so the two-point conversion will count, and Bowling Green extends their lead to 16-0 here in the first quarter. 5:50 to go. This is Week 5 football on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Remax Realty Shop agent Kelly Crane, and Gift and Thrift.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
So the penalty being assessed on the kickoff. So Easton Orff will be kicking off from the Montgomery side of the 50-yard line.
We kick off by committee. Yeah, so Dylan faked that ball up front to Marcus, stepped back a step on a kind of a quarterback draw, kept himself running the 3 yards for a touchdown, but was tackled by the helmet face mask, and that's where that penalty come from.
This one an easy touchback. So Montgomery will take over 1st and 10 from the 20, and someone got flattened.
Sideshow found him a target and ran him over, a Wildcat on the kickoff for sure. I saw it just as it happened, so I didn't quite get as excited as I normally do, but I'll certainly be excited watching that one tomorrow on the replay.
Just a side note, is there a better-looking natural grass field than this one at Bowling Green?
Not when it's green.
Wow, this is great.
Not when it's green.
They were talking about it. Coach Basinger was applauding Coach Chance for the state of this field, and they reseeded it a year or two ago, and there's not a clover to be found out here. This is good grass. And then the lettering, as they're stopped for a 1-yard loss on 1st down.
Yeah, out of shotgun, they Zernowski tried to keep the ball himself, and Sideshow and Machine Gunner Bryant both were in on that tackle.
Oh, a Bryant sandwich.
Yeah. There were a couple other Bobcats in there too, but those were the two I noticed on that tackle for sure.
So 2nd and 11 for the Wildcats. They got 2 first downs on their opening drive. Nice. But ended up having to punt away. This is a little dump off to the near side. And about a 5-yard gain. Massey on the reception. It's going to be 3rd down and about a long 6.
Yeah, the Wildcats came out just in just their regular formation, but their offensive line dropped completely to their knees to try to throw off the Bobcat defense, and a good completion for Zernowski.
He keeps it himself this time. Fake the handoff, and he's going to lose yardage on third down.
And there's 5 Bobcats there to tackle him.
Bring up fourth down. And Zernewski going to have to punt it away again with the clock running down to 4:25. A 3-and-out on their second possession.
And it's a dangerous punt, too, because he's pretty close. And the Bobcats have been getting some pretty significant penetration.
Yeah, they almost blocked the first one.
Yeah.
Ended up taking a really good Montgomery bounce, but Bowling Green scored on the next play anyway.
Yeah, there he's backing up a little bit now into
Bowling Green still not setting up to return a punt. And not much on this one. Bounces and goes to the near sideline. It'll be down at the Bobcat 39-yard line, and that's where they'll take over 1st and 10 with 3:47 to play in the first quarter. 16-0 Bowling Green. And the offense has had it 3 plays and scored twice, and we'll see what they do on the third one as the rain does actually start again.
Mark, I think as a Montgomery County team, I'd like to see Zernowski back a little bit farther here in his punt, because that's twice he's kicked, and twice Bobcats have almost got a hand on it.
Mm-hmm. Who do you go with here on the third drive? Dalton back to throw. Little dump to the far side.
Oh!
Off the hands.
Oh, no.
He was all alone, Bryant. The pass was a little bit behind him. He had to put on the brakes and just couldn't get the fingertips to wrap around that ball here in the rain.
Yeah, Dylan rolls out here to the near side. And we talked about this before, that Iowa play. You know, he rolls to us and then turns and throws the ball back to his running back on a little wheel route, and Sideso just couldn't hang on to it.
And it's to Starks on second down. His knees are cut from underneath him.
Number 1, Marcus.
He'll get about 3 on that play, make it 4.
Man, they're giving him more than I thought.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6. Pollard on the stop for the Wildcats.
Montgomery did a good job to get to Marcus there, and then the two Wildcats did a good job holding him.
And there he goes to the far side. He needs a block.
Oh.
And is cut down, but has the first down into Montgomery territory, down to the 35-yard line.
Another 25-yard gain. Had that block up here up front. Looked like Aiden Grody was up front from the tight end blocking and trying to get a hand on that guy. And Marcus, that guy got through Aiden to Marcus, and that's kind of what caused that tackle.
Back to throw again is Dalton to the far side. Got a man on the fingertips. Yes, he caught it. Touchdown, Bowling Green. On the far side, that's Gunnar Bryant on the reception to make it 22-0. Bowling Green with 2:51 to go in the first quarter. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Good pass, good play. He just takes a straight drop back and, 35-yard touchdown pass. Machine Gunner doesn't miss many of those. When Dylan's able to lay it up like that.
You think Gunner's going to rub it in a little bit? I caught my pass.
Maybe.
They both have a touchdown tonight, though. Blaine rushing, Gunner receiving, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion in. Ball on the ground, and wrapped up is Dalton, and they'll just blow it dead as Harrison Bishop had Dylan Dalton wrapped up from behind. Was looking to do the reverse body lock there.
Yeah, the power bomb.
Yeah, power bomb. There you go.
Courtesy of Captain Insano,
yeah.
Or whatever it was.
22-0 Bowling Green after the failed 2-point attempt. 2:51 to go here in the first. This is Week 5 football on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Prairie's Edge Garden Center, and Bill Allen Auction Services.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-side. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
22-0 Bowling Green, 2:51 to go. Starks to kick it off. And it's a good one over to the far side. And this one he does touch and has to chase down. And they'll wrap him up at the 10-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to about the 12. Luttrell on the stop, or on the return. Blaine Bryant wrapped him up.
He had some room to come this way, but Blaine Bryant is so fast down the field that, it's almost unfair because Luttrell thinks he's got kind of an opening on this far side, and then boom, out of nowhere here, Sideshow's 10 yards deeper than any other Bobcat, and most of the time you can't get away from his tackle.
They'll put it at the 12. And Montgomery County brings the offense back onto the field. They've got two wide to the near side, one receiver on the far side. Put a man in motion. That's where the handoff will go to the near side. And wrapped up, brought down immediately is Dominic Luttrell. Blaine Bryant just speared him.
Yeah, great play from Blaine. He comes out here and Luttrell makes a good 5-yard gain or so, and Blaine just cuts through his blocker and just completely knocks him down off his feet.
Clock down to 2:20 to go here in the first. 22-0 Bowling Green, 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats as they wait for the play to come in from the far sideline. On 2nd and 5, it's a handoff up the middle and nothing. They're going to bring him back across the 15. They'll give him forward progress to almost the 17. As the clock goes under 2 minutes. That one was Berkner.
Jackson and Teddy Charlton both in on that tackle there. Both in that nose guard, nose tackle positions. Defensive tackles.
And number 74, Teddy Charlton.
Teddy Charlton, Jennings on the stop.
They give that to Lucas on the tackle.
It's 3rd down.
1:35 to go in the quarter. They give him no gain, forward progress to no gain. And look for the pass here on 3rd down. They go to the far side with it.
Oh, picked off!
And it's going to give you a score.
That is a pick.
That's
what
Marcus.
happens. That's what happens when your free safety outside linebacker is also a high school high jumper.
And that is Marcus, and he is in for the pick 6 with 1:22 to go to extend the Bobcat lead to 28-0. You can't sneak it over the top of number 1.
No, that was actually a great attempt to throw the ball, but Marcus has an ability, obviously can jump like a crazy man, jumps up and grabs that ball, and then we see him run through defenses for touchdowns. There was nobody in front of him, let alone a defense to stop him.
One of the easiest ones he's going to score all year after he made the catch. Ball on the ground again, and again it's going to be a failed 2-point conversion. With 1:22 to go, a defensive score, a pick 6 for Marcus Starks. 28-0 Bowling Green in Week 5 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by W5 Auction Services, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Reed Insurance Agency, and Miller Ag Services.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Marcus Starks, a pick 6, his second touchdown of the night. And it's 28-0 here in the first quarter. Bowling Green leading Montgomery County, the 4-0, taking care of the 0-4 right now.
I think Marcus has the school record for the high jump. I think he beat Michael this year, broke the school record. So when you throw the ball high, you better throw it real high.
Not enough touch on that pass. And Marcus kicks it deep to the far side, and it'll bounce and go into the end zone. Barely.
Barely, yeah. That was dangerous.
Touchback, yeah.
I mean, look at Blaine's 5 yards from the ball. That was really dangerous.
Yeah,
I mean, if that ball had bounced up, that's trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, especially as fast as Blaine is. Heck, he might have got his second touchdown.
Yeah. So now, after the pick 6, you have to come right back out there and play offense.
Yeah. Yep, 1st and 10 from the 20. So we'll see what the Wildcats can kind of drum up here to push through.
Louisiana currently leads South Callaway.
Louisiana
4-0
up on South Callaway by 2 scores. South
13-0.
Callaway will be here next week. And nothing much going on first down on that run.
Run to the right side of the defense there, and just nothing there for Luttrell.
Forward progress for about the length of a football.
We'll give him 2.
For the Bobcats.
Ooh, Lucas with 2.
Having a nice night defensively.
Yeah.
Quarterback keeps it and then throws to the near side. This could be trouble, and he runs out of bounds. And late hit. Yep, there's the flag.
That doesn't. That was not intentional.
Luttrell.
Was that a pass?
It was a pass.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Penalty flag on the field.
He actually threw it, didn't pitch it. So it's going to be out to the 39-yard line plus 15. And someone's not happy up near us. 49.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. And this will.
Well, I disagree with that penalty, too. I mean, I get we got to protect kids, but there was the contact that was made was with one of the kids that's standing here watching football, and then the Bobcat defender fell over top of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the flag came in. But
and you got a wet field.
Maybe the ref didn't see that. What are we giving, that 20-yard?
It was out to what did I say, the 39, and then the penalty takes it to the Bowling Green 46.
After the penalty, the Wildcats
so across midfield for the first time are the Wildcats, and a fresh set of downs. They've got receivers on both sides, bunched near the line. They put a man in motion. Now trips to the far side, roll out for Zanussi.
He's in trouble.
And he throws it away. And if that last one was a late hit, then that should have been a late hit, right?
Well, if we're going by their standard, yeah. But I can't see, is that a flag or is he calling something? Is he throwing a marker down there for intentional grounding?
I don't know if it's even that. I think he was just throwing a spot because it was so far behind the line of scrimmage and there wasn't an official within 5 yards. Well, it looks like they're putting it back to the previous spot.
Yeah, it'd be incomplete pass.
Yeah. So no. Yeah, I don't understand why he threw that down then. Unless he was.
Maybe he thought it could have been a fumble. Ruled a fumble.
I don't know. And now a flag comes out.
That's going to be.
Yep, delay a game against the Wildcats, which is interesting because they just spotted the ball about 6-7 seconds before they threw the flag.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that works because it took the dang crew forever to get the ball set.
So they'll take it back across the 50. That is odd.
Delay a game is typically this.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did.
So now it's
clock's running.
2nd and 15.
Down to 15-14.
The play clock is. They put a man in motion. Oh,
quarterback keeper.
Yep. He gets his legs cut out from under him, bounces backwards. There's a Starks wrapped up with a lineman about 10 yards downfield. That was interesting.
It's 3rd down and 15.
No gain, 3rd and 15.
Here in the first quarter.
This one's a little chippy.
Yeah, Teddy Charlton kind of had a little bit going on here too with a wide receiver. So refs got to control that or flags start flying.
Mm-hmm. There's flags.
Good job, Harrison.
Looks like Bowling Green was drawn across the line.
Yeah, you know, a long time ago you used to point fingers, and they've kind of gone away from that false start pointing fingers. Now you just go hit somebody.
Yeah.
And the flag's either called the way it's supposed to be or it's called on you.
Well, no one wants to point fingers anymore.
Well, that's true.
Stops the clock with 6.5 seconds to go.
3rd down and 20 for the Wildcats with 6 seconds to play.
So the Wildcats going the wrong way.
Walker Chandler backing up a
They're
little
just
bit.
going to let they're going to let it roll off here.
Yeah, I think
Nope. across and incomplete. Looking for Massey. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So it'll be a punt, it looks like, when we come back for Montgomery County. The Bowling Green Bobcats, after one quarter, lead the Wildcats 28-0 here in Week 5 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Tamara Schurter of Ameriprise Financial, Clint Bowen Construction, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Start of the second quarter here at Bowling Green. The Bobcats lead the Montgomery County Wildcats 28-0. Fourth and 22?
Yeah, about 22, 23. I like Montgomery County. They're not afraid to throw the ball, and I like that they throw the slant pass because that's a pass you don't see thrown a lot anymore in high school football. And it can be very effective.
From their own 45, Zernuski back about the depth he's been punting from, but they throw a man in motion. He does kick it.
Nice kick.
They actually did have Starks back, but this one's going to be down at about the 9-yard line by the Wildcats, and that's where Bowling Green will take over 1st and 10 as we start the second quarter. 11:49 to go in the half.
Looked like the line judge was backing up like he was going to take it to the house. He's like backing up. He's like, I got this. I remember what it's like. Oh, I'm not playing. I better throw the marker here.
This is a Palmyra crew, actually Palmyra and some center mixed in.
Oh, is it?
Some Brosses, some Eppersons.
Okay.
Out of the same group that we saw last night, the same association. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
Up the middle. Ball's out.
Yep.
That's a Wildcat ball.
Yep, they're going to get it. And they come away with the fumble. Dropping or falling on it was number 54 for the Wildcats, Brandon Rathshard, the junior.
And this will be the best chance the Wildcats have to score yet in this, or so far in this game. But Bowling Green give that ball up the middle to Marcus Starks, and he couldn't hold on. Of course, the ball's slippery. Maybe somebody punched it out too, but it come bouncing out towards you and I here, Mark. And like you said, number 54 jumped on the ball for the Wildcats, and they take over on offense at the 20-yard line, 21. That's great field position.
The 16.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you're right. I'm going the wrong way. 16-yard line.
So Bowling Green defense is going to have to tighten up here if they want to preserve the shutout here in the second quarter. Give up the middle and nothing. They'll run him back. Forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, 74 and 74 knocking each other down and giving each other a little love afterwards.
Love or business?
That was actually some love from both of them there.
11:20 to go in the half. Bowling Green needs a stop after the fumble by Starks.
The middle of the defensive line or offensive line for Montgomery County currently is not open. Bowling Green has done a good job of shutting that down.
On 2nd and 10. And
the ball is out.
Ball is out. Bowling Green has a
gunner
crack on
machine.
it. Yep. And he rips his helmet. And the play is immediately blown dead as Bryant picks it up. He had his helmet ripped off and still stayed on his feet. He would have been gone, too.
He would have been gone.
He had nothing but Bobcats around him after his hat came off.
There's a full reason that I call him the machine, dude, and that's it. Yeah, he picked a ball up here. Him and the running receiver are running to the ball. He scoops it up to run for a touchdown, and the receiver reaches up and grabs the first thing he can get a hold of, which is his helmet, and jerks his helmet off his head completely, and machine keeps on running.
Yeah. But they've got to blow it dead at that point.
Yeah, I think in high school they do for kids' safety.
I think they do all the way up now.
But Machine Gunner was like, I don't need no stinking helmet. I'll score just like
I
this.
bet he would put his head down and run over a guy, too.
He probably would have.
10:53 to go. So Bowling Green gets the ball back. They'll mark off 15 yards from the Wildcat 44. So that'll take it into, or from the Bowling Green 44, that'll take it into Montgomery territory down to their 41.
Yeah, Machine getting some love from everybody on the offense right now.
You got to go to him, don't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Send him down the sideline and let Dalton hook up again.
He don't even got to go down the sideline. He runs that pop pass like it's a go route.
They put Starks in motion over to the far side. He's got it. Wrapped up immediately. Still trying to break
on
through.
his feet.
Yeah, he does.
He broke 2 tackles.
Going across the field and finally brought down at the 30 or 26-yard line. Marcus Starks putting on a clinic on that run.
Yeah, so he catches the ball in the flat. The kid slips down, his hold onto his arm. He jumps out of that, gives a little spin move, and then shucks a dude here at the 25-yard line. And, he gained 15 on that reception, but he probably ran 30.
And probably expended more energy than I do in an entire day.
Oh, yes, me too, by far. Yeah, that last play, they give the ball to Blaine up the gut, and Montgomery County did a good job to get in behind the line for a loss of 2 yards, which is something we don't see a lot against Bowling Green, loss of yard runs.
Yeah, Montgomery jumped across. Starks has his shoe back on to the far side, trying to find that sideline. Looking for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
Yep.
Starks is third of the night. 2 on the offensive side, 1 defensive. And Bowling Green extends the lead to 34-0 with 9:42 to go.
Another great play from that halfback position. He gets the ball, cuts it to that off tackle. He's got one guy to outrun, and he outran him so much that he just fell down. And then he's got 2 defenders actually that cut him off at the end zone, but he dives to the pylon for the score.
For 32 yards, the touchdown for Marcus. Dalton, pump fake. He's in trouble and brought down, and that's 3 consecutive 2-point conversions that have failed for Bowling Green. 34-0, 9:42 to go. Even the BGPD getting in on the homecoming spirit. They've got the lights on past the end zone. We'll take a break, come back with more Week 5 action after this on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Remax Realty Shop agent Kelly Crane, and Gift and Thrift.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
34-0, 9:42 to play here in the first half. Bowling Green taking care of business here in Week 5. Elsewhere, Monroe City leading Centralia 8-0 in the first half. That one's going to be a tight game.
Yeah.
Over to the far side on the kickoff return is number 8, Brendan Luttrell, and he stopped at about the 24-yard line. Actually, it's going to be just across the 20, it looks like.
Something I like, Mark, from Bowling Green's standpoint here is, Coach Sinclair is not afraid to call his offensive linemen over here into a huddle and say, hey, look, we can't get lackadaisical. We need to make sure we're doing our jobs, and he's kind of getting onto those boys to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing to keep them disciplined even in a big win game.
Well, and it's something that Bowling Green hasn't been able to do yet this season is pitch a shutout. And that defense prides itself on being able to have shutdown stuff, so they want the goose egg on the scoreboard to last.
Shotgun.
They made a big
Pass
play
to the
last time.
flat.
Ooh.
Incomplete.
Off the hands. He actually had an opportunity for a second chance at that, but unable to make the catch. Was that Wyatt March, 42, I think?
44.
44, rather. That's a long way away. Mason Liu, his
Mason
first
Liu.
target tonight. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you know, the varsity defense hasn't really given up any touchdowns yet. I know that's hard to pick out.
Yeah. And, in fact, against Louisiana, it was a defensive score.
It was.
Was the only one, but you can't call it a shutout unless it's a shutout.
Zarnicki. What is
Zarnewski?
it? Zarnewski, thank you, on the quarterback keeper at a shotgun. He gained about 4 yards there just on a quarterback keeper dive.
It's going to be 3rd down and about, call a short.
Looking this
8.
way. Deep ball.
In the air. Near side, It's behind the intended target, Liu.
He lost it.
Yep, he was looking over the wrong shoulder.
That was a great throw. And an even better route because Liu was kind of in that running back slot. He wasn't a slot receiver. He was kind of that running back, and he just comes out here and runs a corner, runs a flag. It depends on what you want to call it. And he slipped through the coverage completely, just couldn't find the ball, which was actually thrown, landed 5 feet from him.
There's a flag against the Wildcats.
Penalty on the play against the Wildcats.
Chop block.
Yep.
Declined.
Yeah. Bring up 4th down. Yeah, that's a good call by the Bowling Green staff.
I'm going to start making up these referee calls, though, just so you know. So when they're like, my knee's hurt.
That almost looked like he was doing a Harambe impression or something.
It's cold. My knees hurt. I want to go this way about 5 yards,
Yeah.
but he declined it.
Yeah. They put a man in motion. They're going for it here. Nope.
No, that's a neat fake kick.
Yeah.
Or a neat
Bounces.
fake play.
Bounces at the 45, goes out of bounds at about the 44. That's where Bowling Green will take over 1st and 10.
I still think
leading 34-0.
I still think it's really dangerous to kick the ball that way. Get some of these taller defenders in there. You know, Bowling Green's got a couple 6'4" kids. All they got to do is get an arm up to get to the ball.
20, South Callaway 7.
Oh. So Louisiana leading 20-7.
Ethan Colbert giving us good score updates.
Hand off on 1st down. That's Starks out to the 50. Still on his feet to the 45. And he'll be tackled across the 45 to about the 44. Now they'll give him the 45.
Yeah, good 15-yard run there, but just give the ball to Marcus up the middle. And it's odd, Mark, because he's hit almost immediately, gets away from that, and then somehow is at full speed again almost instantly. Quick snap, roll out.
To the far side with a pass. It is caught on the far side, and that's Bryant again, I believe.
Yes, I think so. Number 6, Dylan Dalton.
Gunner.
Receiver number 24, Gunner Bryant.
And there's someone down on the far sideline.
How many yards?
That went from the 44 down across the 20, and it looks like both players went down. I'm not sure who is still down. The trainer's going out across the field right now to check on it. So we'll take an injury timeout. 34-0 Bowling Green. 8:15 to go in the first half on Eagle 102.
How many yards?
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Prairie's Edge Garden Center, and Bill Allen Auction Services.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
Gunnar Bryant, the injured Bobcat, it looks like maybe a foot or an ankle on the far side. Don't want to speculate too much, but he and Luttrell both went down and stayed down for a while. But you want to know how tough Gunnar is? He bounced up on 1 foot, and he was going to try and run across the field.
Yeah, and the coach stopped him.
Yeah.
Last year he kind of banged up one of his ankles, and maybe that's what's hurting him here again. He's walking pretty good, though.
Yeah. Has his arm around Coach. Yeah. Great reception and run on the far side, and when they went out of bounds, they got tangled, probably the feet tangled up, and one maybe folded under the other.
Yeah, and Gunnar's not going to slow down, so he's bringing it all. That's why he's the machine.
Needs a little oil.
And his name's Gunnar, which is Machine Gunner is cool.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Dragging the pile up the gut.
Number 1, Marcus
Starks again with a 9-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 1.
9 yards on the run.
Just a dive up the middle for Marcus, and he hit that hole hard this time, and there was no first contact at the line. This was all linebackers hanging on to him until he fell down.
I had to bring the binoculars out. I swore I wouldn't after missing Dude's touchdown last week, but up the gut again. And actually Dalton kept it himself, and he's going to go in for the score.
Yeah.
And then a flag comes out for a late hit.
Yeah, that was way late.
Yeah, he was already into celebration mode when he was ripped down to the turf. So Dalton in for, what, about a 12-yard touchdown?
Yeah, I have it. I'm 15, but I'll put 12 if you'd like.
15 sounds better. With 7.5 minutes to go, it's 40-0 Bobcats. So they'll assess that on the kickoff.
Yeah, good fake by Dillon, and then he just keeps the ball, comes to the near side of the field, and runs into the end zone untouched. And then the contact happened, 2 or 3 steps into the end zone is when he was hit from behind, at below the knees even.
He was already holding the ball up in the air.
Great
little sling pass to the
screen.
near side, yeah. And in for the two-point conversion that time, Drew Dalton. So Dalton to Dalton, 7:30 to go, 42-0. Bowling Green lead at Montgomery here in Week 5 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by W5 Auction Services, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Reed Insurance Agency, and Miller Ag Services.
Hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence are foundations of a successful sports program. The team at Clint Bowen Construction recognizes character and the mentality of local athletes as the pillars of our community. Best of luck to area sports teams this season from the team at Clint Bowen Construction in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Tim Jenkins, Keolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
7:30 to go in the half, 42-0 Bowling Green. And again, we're set up for a running clock second half here in Week 5.
Bowling Green fight song blasting through after the last touchdown.
Band sounds good tonight.
They do sound good. Our band does a good job. Excuse me. Bowling Green's band does a good job.
Well, my kid's in the band, so
that's
I guess
true.
I can call it.
That's true. I get it.
We can call it.
This ought to be a
my
touchback.
band.
Kicking the ball from the 45-yard line.
And they do kick it deep.
It might be a field goal. Oh, just short.
Yeah, he was going for it. I think that's exactly what Marcus had in mind.
I think so, too. He's getting some love from Jackson Charlton. Like, hey, man, good kick. It couldn't have been more dead center, though.
No, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, he saw who's the linebacker that was kicking for the Chiefs in week
I don't remember
week
his
1,
name.
but he kicked one through the uprights.
Yeah. If you don't mind foul language, you have to watch Pat McAfee talk about that kick because he's like, this is going to be horrible. And then that linebacker kicks it, and he's like, oh, my God. It's awesome. It was a heck of a kick.
Yeah. First and 10 for the Wildcats. They trail Bowling Green 42-0. 7.5 minutes to go in the half. Zerniewski will keep it himself on the near side. Good cut up the field, and then he's tattooed by Starks, at their 24-yard line. Going to be a gain of 4. Set up 2nd and 6.
So that's, we're starting to see a little bit of positive yards here for Montgomery County. It's not a lot at a time, but it's better than how they first started for sure.
That first drive still their best as far as moving the ball upfield on their own accord.
But most of those yards came from passes.
Yep.
And they've not given up on it, but it's certainly something they've moved away from a little bit here.
Bowling Green looking up the – the pressure was coming there. He had to see it, and he's eaten up as Blaine was the first one through the line on the near side.
Yeah, that's got to be a loss of 4.
Tackle credited to number 10, Blaine Bryant.
They're going to give a loss of 2.
Make it 3rd and 8.
After the play, it's 3rd down and 8 for
down
the
to
Wildcats.
6:25 with the clock running here in the first half. Zerniewski in a shotgun. Looking to throw. He dumps it off to the far side.
Good catch.
Caught on the fingertips, brought back to the body, and he gets about a yard over on the far side. That's Mason Liu.
Yeah, good catch from Liu. He threw that to Liu in what I would call a wheel route, so the running back's next to him and then just kind of semi-circles out. And Liu did a good job to get the ball there for maybe a gain of a yard, maybe?
Yeah, they'll give him a yard. If I'm Montgomery, I'm going for it here.
Are you?
Why not? You're down 42-0. The punt's not going to net you a whole bunch, and the way the Bowling Green offense has been scoring at will.
You might as well give it. But do you want to give them the ball at the 25-yard line?
It doesn't matter. The 25, the 50, it hasn't mattered tonight.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And a delay of game will give Bowling Green another 5 yards.
Penalty against the Wildcats.
5:23 to go as the clock stops on the penalty. And you got to take your chance, but I think now it's the decision's been made. They got to go. They have to punt.
Well, down 42. I think you're right. I think they got a punt here, but what's another loss of 5 yards from where they were,
Yeah. Well, now the first down is a lot harder. Zerniewski back to punt. They put Liu in motion. They've been doing that all night, trying to sell that straight up in the air. Bounces at the 49 of the Bobcats and rolls down to the 43, where it's down by Landon Massey for Montgomery.
It's a good kick.
Yeah, it was.
Bowling Green doesn't give any on that punt because it does look like a regular play. And I think that we see Liu in motion because you're probably going to see a direct snap from that play.
Yeah, that's their fake.
Yeah.
4:54 to go in the half. 42-0 Bowling Green. See how fast they can put it in the end zone here. Have they had a drive last more than 6 plays?
No, not in this game. Maybe not all year.
Right?
Now that I start to think.
1st and 10 from the 42-yard line of the Bobcats. Inside handoff, and he's gone.
Block.
Bye.
Great block.
One play, and all the way to the end zone is Marcus Starks. Wow,
57.
Yeah, 57 yards, and the clock is still running. But Bowling Green is into the end zone again, and Starks having himself another night. This is a homecoming to remember.
Yeah, great block by the offensive line. They crashed down, and the hole came through, and then all of the second-level blockers were pushed completely out of the way by the downfield blockers, and Marcus had nobody to worry about whatsoever.
It was a kind of awkward-looking handoff, but I think that's what made it work.
Maybe.
They're going to try and kick the extra point this time, and that's a shank.
Yeah. Attempt is no good.
It might be a miss completely.
Yeah. He may have hit that with his heel or something. 4:32 to go, 48-0. Bowling Green leads Montgomery County here in Week 5 on Eagle 102.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Tamara Schurter of Ameriprise Financial, Clint Bowen Construction, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic knows that getting the best care for your pet is a top priority. They strive to provide the greatest quality medical and surgical care for our furry companions. Their newly expanded and remodeled facility, with accommodations for comprehensive inpatient hospital care and complete outpatient care, allows the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic to keep your pet healthy and safe so the whole family can cheer on our area teams.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
48-0 Bowling Green, 4:32 to go in the first half. Marcus Starks, is that 4 or 5 tonight for him?
That is, I can answer that question. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fielded at the 8-yard line by the Wildcats. Try to cut it back and taken down as he crosses the 20. They'll give him the 21. Travis Hill on the return.
Offensive and defensive.
For the Bobcats.
Walker Chandler brought him down on special teams.
He's going to be somebody to watch next year, too. He's not afraid to go make a tackle. From his safety position. You might see something this year from him, too. We've not seen a lot from him. He's been in on some tackles, but I've seen him absolutely schwack some kids from a DB position.
What's that word? Schwack?
Schwack.
All right. 4:27 to go in the half. Montgomery County looking for something positive here on this drive. Looks like the Bobcats are thinking pass.
Yeah. Well, there's 5 wide receivers.
Yeah. They hand off to the near side to Lou, and he's brought down on the near sideline.
And that's what I'm talking about. Sideshow wrapped that kid up, and then Walker just tackled them both and didn't even fall down on his own.
Bring up second down. They keep the clock moving, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
First time we've seen Lou run the ball tonight.
And
he runs it from that slot wide receiver. He comes in motion to our side of the field, and then the quarterback just tosses it forward to him for basically a sweep. I mean, it's in essence a handoff. Again, the NFL calls that a reception.
Sure.
It's a run, I agree. There's a handoff.
To the far side, and brought down near the marker on the run by Trenton Berkner. That's his second run tonight. It'll be a first down run.
What number was Bergner?
17. Dalton on the stop. So the Wildcats move the chains down to 3.5 minutes to go in the half. They trail Bowling Green 48-0. Three receivers to the near side. One looks like he's lined up offside.
Middle.
Yep. Nothing there. And a little extracurricular there after the play.
Like you said, Bergner again on that carry from that halfback position. It's just a dive that he tries to turn into an off tackle, and Bowling Green's done a really good job of snuffing out everything at the line of scrimmage, except those sweeps on those jet sweeps. They're a little behind on those, but that's what they're designed to do.
2nd and 10, no gain on the play. Down to 2:45 to play in the half. Eagle 102 halftime report coming up. They put Lou in motion, and that one is snuffed out immediately. It's going to be a big loss. Mason Lou.
Tackle.
Jace Eskew, his first time his name's been called tonight. Yeah, that's a big one.
For a loss of 5 yards.
He just blew through the end of that line.
Yeah, great read from Jace playing the outside linebacker position and crashes in. I think he's filling in for Gunner. Jace is fast and isn't afraid to tackle either.
So they're going to try and run down the clock here a little bit. Play clock down to 6. We're under 2 minutes to go. Are they going to get the play off? Yeah, they do.
Roll out.
With 1 second on the play clock over to the far side, and that is.
Caught.
Is it inbounds? They do call it a catch, so it's going to be 4th and 5.
Caught by number 10.
Complete to number 10, Travis Hill.
Travis Hill on the reception. Still 4th down.
It's 4th down and
So they're going to have to do that again. Minute 35 to play. Clock still running. Out to the Montgomery 38-yard line on that catch. Play clock down to 12. Game clock down to 1:17. They've got the play with 6 on the clock. Snap it with 4. And
ball's out. That's a fumble.
That is a fumble.
Jace picks it up.
Yep, Jace Eskew.
Go, Jace.
Brought down at the 10-yard line as Zernewski was hit before he threw. Somebody lost some equipment somewhere in there as well. That may have been off of Zernewski.
Yeah, just great pressure. Zernewski's back to throw the ball, and he's hit by a Bobcat from behind. Ball pops out, and Jace from his outside linebacker position is there to scoop it up, and he's fast, and I thought for sure that was going to be a varsity touchdown for the sophomore.
That's a pretty good fill-in for Gunnar Bryant.
He's the backup quarterback also.
Inside handoff on first down to the 5-yard line. That was Bryant on the carry for, well, they're going to give him 4. 2nd and 6. We're down to 45 seconds. Gotta hurry now.
Yeah, I think you're going to punch this in while you're here. Roll out.
Over to the far
Brandon
side.
Gam.
Caught.
Touchdown.
Gam in at the corner of the end zone. Touchdown Bowling Green with 35.5 seconds to go. That takes the lead over 50 to 54 to nothing.
And after the touchdown pass,
just a well-designed rollout. Gam, the only one that could catch that ball. He just had to turn and find that pylon.
So about 8 yards.
That's right. And we'll give him 10. That's where the yard marker is. And they're going to try and kick this one again. The last one didn't look too pretty.
For the point after attempt is number 82, Andrew Niemeyer.
Niemeyer on the kick. This one a little bit better, and it is through. 55 to nothing. Bowling Green leading Montgomery County. This is Week 5 football on Eagle 102.
High school game of the week coverage brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Remax Realty Shop agent Kelly Crane, and Gift and Thrift.
W5 Auction Services will be hosting an auction this Saturday, September the 24th, beginning at 9 a.m. Bid on vintage antiques, tools, trailers, furniture, model cars, boats, and more. Cash, check, and credit card are all accepted. A food stand will also be available with all proceeds going to CGB Travel Baseball. Come enjoy the day with W5 Auction Services this Saturday, September the 24th, beginning at 9 a.m. 14191 Pike 35 in Curryville.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Gam from Dalton for 10 yards after the fumble. Recovery by Eskew. And Bowling Green's up by 55 here in the waning moments of the first half.
Good kick.
Deep kick fielded by the Wildcats inside the 10. Dayton Simmons, and he's lit up as he crosses the 20 to the 21.
Bobcat made that hit.
55 to nothing. 28.2 seconds to go in the half.
Is that Dane Dunn?
May have been.
Who's this kid right here? What number? 20.
That's walking toward us.
It's going left. 25, Dane Dunn.
Yeah.
Big hit from Dane, sophomore. We talk about him a lot running the ball, but his defensive play is pretty awesome as well.
There's 2 options here. Take a shot or take a knee.
Yeah, I think
they'll run a play.
I think we're running. I'm taking a shot.
And up the middle, and absolutely nothing. And that will pretty much do it for the first half here. I doubt we run another play. Down to 15 seconds.
17 on the carry.
No gain. They gave him, actually, they're going to give him a loss, Berkner. So it's 2nd and 11. But that'll be the end of the first half. The Bowling Green Bobcats lead the Montgomery County Wildcats 55-0. As we head to the break, it's time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Miller Ag Services LLC in Bowling Green provides the services and supplies to maximize your yield. A family business, Cleet and the Millers bring you quality service and products. Call today, 573-470-0101 for Miller Ag Services LLC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Homecoming 2022 here at Bowling Green High School, and the Bobcats have not disappointed. They lead the Montgomery County Wildcats 55-0. Another huge night for Marcus Starks, as he scored 4 times here in the first half of this ball game, including a pick 6. And Bowling Green winning the offensive game, winning the defensive side. Special teams, they've been pinning back the Wildcats most of the night. So everything working so far. You do have the injury to Gunnar Bryant, but hopefully that's nothing too serious. He did walk off and looked okay, but I don't know if we'll see him. I doubt we see him in the second half of this ball game. He'll probably get some rest on that lower leg injury. But 55-0. Bowling Green again making a statement this week.
Yeah, as always, they're going crazy. Again, going crazy. I got some stats if you want them.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of those.
So, what do you want first? Passing. We'll give you passing. Dylan Dalton is 4 for 5 for 85 yards with 2 touchdowns. Machine Gunner's kind of leading that with 2 receptions at 65 yards. And then we go to rushing. What do you think Marcus has on 7 carries?
7 carries. I'm guessing 225.
221. Are you cheating? That's close.
No. 221.
So he's averaging 31 yards a carry right now. And Mark, that's 221 with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And that doesn't count his pick 6 that he had. Blaine Sideshow was at 3 carries for 55 yards. And then Dylan has got 2 carries for 23 yards. If I go to the Montgomery County side, it's a little daunting. What's our quarterback's name again?
Zernuski.
Zernuski. I keep getting it wrong. Is 5 for 11 for 48 yards. He's got 4 different receivers so far.
He throws the ball a lot. Yeah.
He does throw the ball. And then we go over here to our rushing, and we've got Zernuski has got -2 yards rushing on 8 carries. Brendan Luttrell has got 0 yards rushing on 6 carries. Travis Hill has got 1 carry for 6 yards. And then Dominic Luttrell has got 5 yards on 1 carry. So the Bowling Green defense currently is is dominating to say the least about this football game, and the offense is exactly what we've seen up to this week in football.
And the center of that Bowling Green defensive line has been so tight tonight.
Yeah.
And then that's really helped the linebackers kind of spy and get that when they try and pitch it or run it to the outside.
Yeah.
That's not there anymore.
No, you're exactly right. And you said that perfectly, because the linebackers are able to trace the play because the defensive line is plugging the middle. There is nowhere to run the ball up the middle. So now all I got to do is follow the ball as it moves, and then cut that off as quick as I can with an angle to shut it down for no gain. And that's really what's happening, is they're hitting their running backs behind the line of scrimmage, and there's nowhere to go.
55-0 is our score after 2 quarters. It's going to be a bit of an extended halftime as they have the coronation for homecoming. The band playing first, and it's a lot going on. Actually, they're gonna do the court first here at homecoming. So we'll kind of watch that if you're watching our live stream of the game. While we take a break, come back, we'll take a look around the area, see if we can get you some updated scores from around the region. Here it's 55-0 Bowling Green, and back with more of the halftime report after this on KJFM.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Sun Window Company, Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, Prairie's Edge Garden Center, and Bill Allen Auction Services.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Reed Insurance in Bowling Green is dedicated to providing the best service in finding insurance policies in senior health care, as well as individual and group health insurance that fit your budget. For the last 10 years, Marla Reed has been writing new insurance policies and resolving issues on policies of those insured. In addition to health insurance packages, Reed Insurance Agency also has experience in writing crop, accident, auto, and commercial packages. Stop by and see Marla at Reed Insurance, 1500 Business, Highway 54 in Bowling Green.
Gift and Thrift Resale Store in Bowling Green has great gift ideas for every occasion. You can find clothes of all sizes, books, movies, Xbox games, toys, jewelry, home decor, and the list just goes on and on. Visit Gift and Thrift Monday through Thursday 11 to 6 and Friday and Saturday 9 to 7 at 911 West Champ Clark Drive in Bowling Green. Stop by Gift and Thrift Resale Shop today and see what treasures you can find.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
55-0 Bowling Green leading Montgomery County here in Week 5. At the half, Louisiana leading South Callaway 26-14. So they continue to lead down the road there, as that's a home game for the Bulldogs as well.
Good for them.
Trying to find some other scores. Monroe City at the half leading Centralia 20-7. Blair Oaks leading Boonville 42-6. We look across to the outskirts of the region. Moberly leading Fulton 14-7. Harrisburg leading 14-6 in their ball game.
Maddie has been involved in volleyball, palms, golf,
a lot of big games around the state tonight. Over in Illinois, Unity Payson leading Triopia 38-0. 14-14 at the half in Rushville. We'll try and find you those scores from Pittsfield and Pleasant Hill as we go along. They had a lightning delay in Macomb. Hannibal leading Mexico 35-0. And making over Highland. That one was from the end of one, 21-0. I haven't seen an update on that yet, or as of yet. So it's Louisiana leading by 13. Bowling Green leading by 55 here. And just a fun half of offensive football for the Bowling Green Bobcats.
Boy, and Bowling Green, doesn't Bowling Green play South Callaway
next? They do. Next week.
Yeah, so, and Bowling Green's already played. Not that you can go from one game to the next, but Wright City, I think, is still undefeated too. And then the JV team went down to Wright City here just last week or this week and won that game 48-0.
Yeah. Well, and it was interesting. I saw a lot of people had Wright City posted at 4-0. And Misha has them forfeiting in week 1.
Oh, is that right?
So they had them at 3-1.
Huh.
So I'm not sure exactly who to believe, or if that was something that happened afterwards for Wright City. I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I haven't either. Yeah, I didn't know that. I just heard they were 4-0 from Max Preps. And
Devin Rue named homecoming king here, the 55th homecoming king. And the queen, Andrea Cordy, is the homecoming queen. So congratulations to both of them.
I was going to say, typically it's the queen that's voted for, I thought, and then
the king is just
the escort, maybe not. Oh, they got the crowns and everything.
Yeah. Well, Charles didn't have to put on his own crown, did he?
Yeah, but this is America, and we can do it ourselves.
All right, gotcha. 55-0 after 2 quarters. Bowling Green leading Montgomery County. More of the halftime show coming up after this on KJFM.
High School Game of the Week coverage brought to you by W5.
Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hi, I'm Kelly Crane with Remax Realty Shop in Bowling Green. I know what it's like to be on the hunt for the perfect home, and sometimes it can be stressful. As a Remax agent, I'm dedicated to helping my clients find the home of their dreams. I'm committed to making your real estate experience memorable and enjoyable as an agent and as a neighbor. If you or someone you know are looking to sell or buy a home in Bowling Green or the surrounding area, give me a call. Kelly Crane, 573-470-3009.
You simply can't buy a better replacement window than one from Sun Window Company. Energy-efficient windows and doors with a lifetime warranty on both the window and installation. Sun Window Company, family-owned and operated since 1989, offers low factory direct prices on high-quality vinyl windows, custom designed to fit perfectly and built to last. See how much you can save. Call Sun Windows, 573-549-2080 for details and a free estimate. Sun Window Company, Highway 161 in Middletown.
Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique has rolled out their fall fashion line just in time for the cooler temperatures. Check out Gypsy Soul's line of fall graphic tees, autumn dresses, jackets, flannels, and more. Accessorize your look with mirror belts, boots, jewelry, and wide brim hats. Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique has the perfect selection of clothing to spice up your closet. There is something for everyone. Make a statement this fall with a piece from Gypsy Soul's fall collection. Gypsy Soul Salon and Boutique, just off the square in Bowling Green with the porch out front.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
55-0 Bowling Green leads Montgomery County here at the half. We've looked around the area. We've crowned a king and queen. Again, congratulations to Devin Rue and Andrea Cordy, king and queen here at the 55th annual Bowling Green homecoming. Now the band finally gets to perform, and they'll be participating in a contest down at Wright City tomorrow morning. Going to leave before the sun comes up to get down to Wright City for that fall competition.
I didn't know band members got up before the sun came out.
Mine does.
Yours does?
I mean, she doesn't go to sleep until like right before sun comes up, but she's generally comes home from school, crashes for about 4 hours, stays up most of the night, and then goes to school. I don't know.
She's cranky in the morning?
No, she's usually pretty energetic. But by 3:15, she's ready for a nap.
Yeah, that's me too. But I'm at work when that happens.
Yeah, the baritone player, Olivia Froelich. 55-0, and you know, Bowling Green. We saw it a couple of weeks ago. That triple option kind of ate them up at the start of the game. They made the adjustment. Had a really tight game after that. The third down passes started really well working for Montgomery County. Bowling Green's made the adjustment. This is a defense that has bent early but made that adjustment so they're not breaking so far in this season.
Yeah, I think they need to be